Welcome everybody to The World is a Mess. This is special Halloween. What is this? Correction.
Um,
Welcome to everybody to The World is a Mess, and I just want to steampunk it. This is a special Halloween episode, October 31st, 2021, and I am here in Torrance, California, visiting my girlfriend. I'm at a undisclosed hotel, and I'm with my co-host, Daniel Bertizan, in Bellwood, Ontario, Canada.
Hello, everyone.
So what's going on, Daniel? What are you
Oh,
doing? What are you
yes.
doing for Halloween?
Nothing. I went out. So today, on Sunday, October 31st, 2021, I went out to one of the towns near me, Fergus, Ontario, and I saw something I haven't seen since the 90s. I saw a bunch of people trick-or-treating here and there. I was like surprised. I was like, wow, I've never seen this since the 90s, man.
Well, in a lot of more upper class neighborhoods, they still do trick or treating. I've noticed that Torrance is a very ritzy, more wealthy area of California because it's close to the beach. It's on the coastline, and I noticed riding the Torrance Transit bus to get here to the hotel. There were several trick-or-treating groups of kids with parents escorting them. Like I saw probably 30 kids in costume trick-or-treating because it's suburbia down here. But up in like North Hollywood, there is no trick-or-treating. I think there are certain churches and places that will take your kids in so that they can experience trick-or-treating and candy. And even where I'm originally from in Pensacola, Florida, the neighborhood that I live in hasn't done trick or treating in decades. They go to the Cordova Mall, and businesses allow kids to go around in their costume and trick or treat that way. That way, it's in a safe place because a lot of places crime is just too high, you know. And but yeah, so
I mean,
interesting. Yeah, it just depends on where you live, I guess.
yeah, that's very strange. Like, churches let kids trick-or-treat. Usually, Christians are against
Well,
Halloween.
I don't know. I've you know, I don't go to church. You know, I'm an atheist. I'm not a believer. Um, I'm not a part of that community. It's just hearsay that I heard. I
Mhm.
heard that they sometimes have like a haunted house at a church, or sometimes they have haunted houses. I don't know. I
Mhm.
don't go to church,
Yeah.
but you
No,
know,
I know that. I'm just saying it's kind of strange, like a lot of them do that, and I'm thinking that's kind of contradicting to what you usually think and what you usually do. I don't know. They contradict themselves sometimes.
yeah. Well, I mean, there's multitude of cultures integrated into one, you know, and everybody has their own take on things. So yeah, it depends on the neighborhood.
Hmm.
Nuance. That's something that in both American politics and American culture is often forgotten about.
Hmm.
Nuance. Nuance means subtle.
Hmm.
So subtle things, you know, can lead to change or be different, or they could be subtle interpretations of things. So
Yeah.
Halloween
So
was originally derived from Day of the Dead, which is traditionally held on November 1st, which is still a holiday in Mexico and Spain. And it everything shuts down. Day of the Dead's like Christmas in Mexico or Spain. And that's the origin of Halloween. It's some indigenous culture, Native American culture from Mexico, their customs mixed with Catholic culture, and it became a Catholic holiday. And that is the origin of Halloween. But we have turned it into an American holiday, but that's where it originally was derived from. So, depending on some cultures, Halloween's not even over yet. You can celebrate Day of the Dead tomorrow, November 1st.
awesome. Yeah, I gotta go to the dollar store and get myself a lot of Halloween. I if I can find Halloween stickers, Halloween doll, like little dolls, like not girly dolls, of course not, but like Halloween, like little pumpkin dolls and like
Yeah, yeah, Day of the Dead, I just looked it up. It's actually a 2-day holiday, November 1st, and it ends on November the 2nd.
oh
But yeah,
yeah,
pretty cool. You know, people dress up as skeletons. They get really artistic with it.
I always
I
wondered
love it.
like
I love it. I mean, I remember going to Spain. I was in Barcelona, Spain, 10 years ago. Everything was shut down. But yeah, I mean, I love the intrinsic uh, value of Day of the Dead, appreciation of the dead, those that came before you. But also, I love the custom and the culture.
Yeah, it's awesome. So yeah. Wait, what was okay? Wait, let me try to do something here. What was that channel called again? Nomadic Static. Like,
Oh, I'm pretty much already done talking about that. There's no more mystery anymore. They
no,
found
I
that.
know that, but I just want to write a message there.
It's Nomadic Static. That she only uploaded one video before she passed away. So I mean, I think her boyfriend Brian Laundrie had access to that channel as well, but he is dead as well. So there's nobody that has access to that channel anymore. So it is essentially a dead channel. So I guess you could leave a comment, but she's not going to get it. You know.
No, but everybody else will see it, right?
Yeah, I guess that's the whole point. You can get show off. Look at me, I'm commenting.
Yeah, I'm still alive.
But I mean, she uploaded a number of videos on her
There's
Instagram.
only one video here. Van
Yeah,
life.
that's all she uploaded was one video. I just told you that.
Oh yeah.
But she also uploaded a bunch of stuff on her Instagram.
Yeah, okay. Hold on a second. Let me write a message here. I'm still alive.
Why don't you screen share it?
Okay, how do I screen share?
It should be at the bottom where it says screen share.
Okay, screen share. Host disabled participant screen sharing?
Oh, never mind. I guess I didn't. There's default settings. Let's see. I guess only the host can screen share. Never mind.
No, yeah. Okay. Well, let me try again.
I haven't figured out all the ins and outs of. Oh wait, I switched the setting. Multiple participants can share simultaneously. So go ahead and share your comment.
Okay. 1 second. Oh, here we go.
And remember to click off of it when you're done screen sharing.
Okay. 1 second. Can you see?
Yeah. So what are you going to comment?
Okay. I'm still alive.
You're going to sound like a jerk doing that. All right. I guess you want to get some attention. Are you trolling? Are you trying to troll?
You should have taken a karate class.
Oh my goodness.
Maybe you should have taken a karate class. Period. All right. I'm sorry. I'm so angry at the world. I am so angry that I'm gonna make comments like this.
All right. Just to be expecting, you're going to probably get some attention. Maybe. I don't know. I see here that nobody's left a comment. Like the last comments were left like a week ago. It was, a lot of people were interested in the channel when Brian Laundrie was presumed to be on the run, but he was found dead recently within the last week. So there's not really any mystery. The only mystery is why, but it was probably because he was jealous and she was going to break up with him. But yeah, it's kind of sad. Kind of sad. So cool. Like if you see an article or something, you can screen share with me. I just forgot that because I'm the host, I have administrative privileges and I can, I have to set up the screen sharing options to allow multiple participants to share simultaneously, which I have done.
So, have you seen any scary movies lately?
Not lately.
Like I was talking to you on the phone. I saw a really scary movie called The Knowing with Nicolas Cage.
Yeah, it was a horrible movie. That was a dumb movie.
Yeah, it was a
I saw it once.
Yeah, it was a religious movie disguised as a science fiction movie.
Yeah, I hate that. That just seemed like they were trying to brainwash people to be religious, believe in the apocalypse, the end
And
of the world.
you know what? I
I mean,
grew
if
up.
it's the end of the world, it's going to happen by humankind's hands. It's not going to be some aliens or angels. It's going to be our undoing caused by ourselves.
Yeah, because I was talking to a friend of mine, and I said, "Dude, it was so scary. The aliens were so scary." And he was like, "No, if you have, then you weren't paying attention. They were angels, not aliens." And I'm like, "Oh, okay. You know what? It's a sci-fi movie disguised or a religious movie disguised as a sci-fi movie. It is so terrifying. They basically told Nicolas Cage, "You can't come with us. Only your kid can come with us, but you have no choice but to stay here and die." I don't like the message that movie gave. It's scary, it's terrifying, and no wonder why that movie made less, significantly less than its budget. I mean, check it out. Check it out, Chris. It made so much less than its budget.
Well, I don't know if are you screen sharing it or something? What are you
No,
doing?
I'm not. I'm not.
Oh well, I didn't like the movie. I saw it came out in 2009. I saw it in theaters when it first came out because I felt like the trailer gave false hopes that it was a decent movie and led you to believe that it was some kind of weird sci-fi movie. Then it's just like some religious movie about the apocalypse and angels coming to save people.
Well,
Whatever.
it only saved two kids.
Nicholas Cage has been in a lot of really bad B movies lately.
He has.
Yeah, he went bankrupt and he needed money and he lost some of his properties. He lost his comic book collection, and he's been desperate for work. So he does whatever movie will pay him to be in it, even if it's crappy material.
Did you know that he's a big Superman fan, Nicolas Cage. Did you know
I know that
he called his son Kal-El?
he named his son Kal-El. Okay, I think I heard about that.
So like Kal-El Cage, which is interesting, But I mean, wouldn't you think that's kind of embarrassing, like for the kid?
Yeah, it probably would be.
And I'm still hoping that Nicolas Cage can come in the Flash multiverse movie as Superman.
I don't think that'd be good. I think he would make a terrible Superman.
Oh yeah.
He's the
Yeah.
king. He's one of the kings of overacting. He's good at playing like some strange, erratic characters, but he's not good at acting at everything. He's kind of a one-trick pony. I mean, don't get me wrong. He's cool and all that. I just don't like the majority of movies that he's in.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I mean, what was your favorite Nicolas Cage? I mean, do you have a favorite one?
um, what was that? The Color of Madness or something, or the Color of Space. That was a pretty good Nicolas Cage movie. It was weird. It was a mind-blowing sci-fi movie. Have you seen that one? That one came out only a couple years ago. The
I
Color.
don't know. Yeah, maybe. Wait.
Basically, this meteorite falls and changes everything to pinkish colors and purple colors, and it slowly drives people mad, and it alters their physical form, and they become monsters, and then it slowly kills people and it
Oh, I never
mutates
saw
the
that.
ground. Yeah, it's a really weird movie. It's really out there.
Sounds strange. So, what do you think? If you can see my screen, what do you think of this? Come on, don't you think this looks good?
No, I think it looks cheesy, but it's good to do a documentary on. Yeah, I know they got really close to filming that movie because they had already they had a movie script, they had prop design, they already did design costumes. I mean, that costume's not uh, is expensive. It's not cheap,
No.
and so they had already tested Nicolas Cage for costumes, and Nicolas Cage is a big comic book fan, so it would have, you know, I'm sure he wanted to do it, but I can't remember what happened Why did the movie never get made? Do you remember
They
why?
chickened out. They chickened out, like, because the movie would have been like, well, allegedly it was going to be the most expensive movie ever made, $300 million. Which I'm like, well, don't people spend more money on movies today?
No, not usually. Usually, the average cost of a movie is about, a big budget movie is about 150 million to 200 million. That would have been a lot for the 1990s, 300 million. I don't see how the movie could have made its money back because, um, like the Superman Returns movie, I think lost money. It made like $200 million, but it basically broke even. And then by the time you add marketing costs, it lost money. And
Yeah. Well,
then
see,
and then
what about?
Man of Steel, I think did okay, but I thought Man of Steel sucked. So I
Yeah,
don't know. I haven't liked any of the DC movies in a long time. I think the last DC movie that I really liked was Watchmen.
yeah, I love Watchmen. They even mentioned the multiverse. They referenced the multiverse in that movie.
Yeah, when he talks about multiple universes,
Yeah,
multiple
because he's like,
timelines,
well, when he sees the
Doctor
future,
Manhattan.
that's not technically, it's not our future. It's another universe in the future. So like when you look into the future and you see the Earth being destroyed, that's not your universe. It's a parallel universe where that parallel universe is being destroyed right when you're looking at it. So you're looking through the looking glass.
Yeah.
Oh,
You
oh.
okay? Drink some water. You all right?
What? Yeah, I'm fine now, thanks. But what about this picture? Look. He's got shorter hair, and he's got a plastic-looking muscle suit.
I don't like Nicolas Cage as Superman. He's better at playing like a villain or a guy that's a little bit crazy. That's why Nicolas Cage was good in the movie The Color of Space, because he starts to smell the colors and nobody else can smell it and he's slowly going crazy. The movie could have been better, could have done a little bit better character development, a little bit more backstory of what was going on with some of the characters, but it was still pretty interesting, pretty weird movie. I was actually pleasantly surprised. They blew my mind away. It was a weird, gross, disturbing movie.
Wow.
So if you like sci-fi and horror, because it has to do with aliens, there's like an
Yeah.
alien entity that lands on Nicolas Cage's farm. He's like a semi-retired guy who spent his whole life savings building this farm, and his wife is working from home through like doing Zoom calls, and they live out in the middle of nowhere on this farm, and this meteor falls and it starts to mutate the animal life and make the animals turn to aliens and monsters, and it starts to poison the water and people start getting sick, and they start turning into like purple pink color beings, and the movie's kind of hard to describe. It's just really weird. It's like this alien entity presence, and it either kills or mutates people that come in contact with it, and
Oh.
it also absorbs all the electrical energy of like their cars stop working, and so they become stranded there because they're out in the middle of nowhere.
Oh, that's
So
fascinating. That is
yeah,
really fascinating.
well, you look it up on Bflix or wherever. Look it up on whatever streaming site you want to. It's called The Color of Space, I think. Hold on,
Some people
hold
keep
on.
on
I'm
count.
gonna look it up real quick. Hold on. The
Okay.
Color of Space. Okay, I'm gonna do a screen share. You see that?
Yeah, The Color of Space.
Yeah, 2019. So it's a relatively recent movie. It got really good reviews. It is a really weird movie.
Hmm.
It's very disturbing because it's like the psychological horror, the body horror. People mutate into monsters, and then a lot of them just simply decompose and die. And yeah, it's a very weird sci-fi horror movie.
Mm.
Kind of a perception of reality kind of thing. So Interesting movie. It's not one of my favorite movies, but it's pretty interesting horror movie. I saw that earlier this year because I heard about it. But and it's a low budget movie, but the special effects are very well done.
Mhm.
Hold on a second. Hello?
Hello?
Yes.
Okay, we just got out. Cherry Joe's. We're on our way. Sorry.
Oh, okay. You're on my podcast. I decided to do a podcast because you were taking so long to get here. Say hello
Well,
to say hello to Daniel.
Hello, Daniel. I can't even put my earbuds on because my costume is too overwhelming for me to wear earbuds.
But you're a poser xenomorph. Just take that mask off and put the earbuds on.
I mean, even without the mask, it's overwhelming. Even without the mask, to put earbuds on, it's even overwhelming without it.
Aw. My folks that are watching, my girlfriend is dressed for Halloween as a poser xenomorph, and she's going to meet me in the hotel so that we could have some weird BDSM. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
You're on speaker, just let you know.
Yeah, well, I have you on speaker because. Oh, okay. I'm just I'm making a funny.
Yeah, no.
So you're going to be here in about 8 minutes?
Yeah, I should be there probably in under 8 minutes because we're not too far, so we should be there in under 8 minutes.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll see you when you get here then, I guess.
Yeah, I got the number. Yes.
Oh, or do you want to stay on the phone with me? I'm doing a podcast live right now.
I can get off the phone. It's whatever your choice.
Well, I was only going to do it for like maybe 6 more minutes. Because
okay,
I started at a quarter till.
Is your choice at this point?
All right, I'll see you when you get here. If you need to call me back for something, call me back. All right.
All right.
All right. Bye. All right, that was my girlfriend. She is dressing up as a xenomorph. I like to jokingly call it poser xenomorph, because the mask doesn't really look like a xenomorph. It's like a child's mask that she's wearing. I'll take some pictures and I'll share them on my Instagram. But if you go to amberstreet.com, has my Linktree page with all my social media stuff.
Okay, so like before time runs out, I gotta say, like we were talking on the phone, that movie, The Knowing, makes no scientific sense. A few years ago, an asteroid impacted Jupiter. It would have impacted us, and the explosion was so big we could see it from the Earth, and it would have vaporized the Earth if it hit us. But Jupiter caught it, and you can fit 1,000 Earths in Jupiter, so we're lucky we're still alive that Jupiter caught it, because if it didn't, we'd be dead. So
Well, yeah, I mean, Jupiter is the reason why life probably even exists on planet Earth. It acts as a giant vacuum for asteroids. Most of the bigger harmful asteroids, that was actually a comet that hit Jupiter. I'm very familiar with that. That was a number of years ago. I think it was 20 years ago. I can't. No, it might have been in the 90s. Shoemaker. Hold on.
So that's why The Knowing makes no sense, because a solar flare just
It was a Shoemaker. They actually had a name for the comet. The comet got destroyed. It was a Shoemaker comet.
Oh yeah.
That was in
in the
1994. It was in 1994. Hold on, I'm gonna screen share. You see that? Shoemaker Levy 9. The comet doesn't exist anymore because it collided with Jupiter. But yeah, if it wasn't for Jupiter, massive, it's got like 1,000 times the mass of Earth. I don't know the exact mass. I'd have to look it up, but it's 1,000 times the size of Earth, and it acts as a massive magnet or cosmic vacuum, absorbing most of the harmful asteroids, the larger ones, and comets that would be a big threat to Earth. So we're lucky to have a big gas giant like that. I mean, Saturn's a gas giant, but it's not quite as massive as Jupiter. But Jupiter is the largest and most massive planet in the solar system.
Exactly. So the planets are here to protect the Earth, right? So that's why the knowing makes no scientific sense. Oh,
Well, yeah, I mean, the Knowing is just a religious movie masked in the pretense of sci-fi. It's almost like they're trying to manipulate the audience and trick people into believing it's this cool sci-fi film, and it's really just a religious film about the apocalypse. Instead of aliens, they're angels, whatever. It's just really contrived, and I thought it was really stupid.
yeah. I mean, like, there's no scientific advisor telling them like it doesn't work this way. Like it doesn't work. Like the sun ejecting a mass corona ejection and frying the Earth. It doesn't work that way. Like something would.
Well,
Like,
the sun does emit solar radiation, and then that results in auroras because the particles, the ionized particles from the sun, these are like atoms that have been stripped of their electrons, uh, bombard the Earth, but the Earth has a very strong magnetic field and an atmosphere, so that acts as a buffer that protects us from most of the harmful solar rays and solar radiation. And
yeah.
yeah, so we have an ozone layer that helps protect against that as well. So yeah, I just thought the movie was really kind of dumb. But if you want to see a good Nicolas Cage movie, watch The Color of Space. It's a really weird, mind-blowing movie. You'll be like, WTF? What the hell is this stuff?
I think I'll check that out actually. Yeah, but also, what? Something else I want to talk about. I heard a rumor. You like DC, right?
Yeah, I mean, I like Marvel better.
Like I heard that, like, okay, the Flash is gonna go back in the Flash movie. He's gonna go back and he's gonna change the events of the DC movies. And I'm like, I don't like this idea because I like the continuity the way it is. And he's gonna go back, but wouldn't going back create a parallel universe? It wouldn't change anything. It would just create another parallel universe, right?
Yeah, it's quite possible.
So, like, even they're saying it now, like the Flash is going to split the timeline and create a parallel universe. Like, see, I like the movies the way they are. I know a lot of people complain about Man of Steel, like when they complained that Zod and Superman fighting created so much destruction and killed so many people across Metropolis, and they were like, "Oh, this movie's too dark,"
Well, we'll
And
have to talk about it more in the next podcast. We are out of time. We're at the 30-minute mark. Thank you, Daniel, for joining me. This is Steampunk Starraisin of The World is a Mess, and I just want to steampunk it. Episode 41, Halloween special. You have a nice day, and I will see you 25 billion years. I will.
bye.